A golden greetings to our avid listeners in 𝗕𝗏𝗴𝗀, especially to our valued grade 6 learners. Welcome to our radio-based instruction in collaboration with Radio Z-eskwela and Z Radio 88.5. Siguradong lingaw, siguradong kuyaw. This is Teacher Joseph T. Babag, your teacher in Mathematics 6, bringing you another fun and exciting math amazing lessons and activities today. So, make yourselves comfortable and make sure that you can hear this broadcast clearly. Please prepare also all the necessary materials like your module, notebook, and ballpen. As we start our lesson, be sure to listen attentively and follow all the instructions in every activity. So, are you ready to learn another math amazing lesson today? Very good! At the end of the session, you are expected to achieve the following objectives. 1. Define a variable in an algebraic expression. 2. Give the translation of real-life verbal expressions into letters or symbols and vice versa. Today, we will take up another lesson which is quite new to you, but I know you can easily understand if you will just take time to listen and answer the given exercises. As you walk through the next exciting exercises and activities, we need to define first the important terms of our lesson. Numerical expression is an expression that combines numbers and one or more operation symbols. Variable is any letter or symbol that represents a number. Constant has a fixed value that does not change. Algebraic expression is a mathematical phrase that uses variables, numerals, and operation symbols. Algebraic equation is a mathematical sentence with an equal sign which shows that two expressions on either side are equal. Now, try to consider this problem. Glenn is a newly hired messenger in multinational company in Makati. As a trainee, he needs to wear a polo shirt every day. He was given a clothing allowance of 6,000 pesos. How many polo shirts can he buy using 6,000 pesos? To help him decide how many polo shirts he can buy, we will make a table of prices for typical brands of clothes. Now we have brand A, brand B, brand C, brand D, and brand E. The answer to the question depends on the brands of clothes Glenn will buy. From the given example, can you give an algebraic expression for the number of shirts that he can buy? Before we answer that question, we will determine first which is constant and which is variable, so that we can write an algebraic expression. Again, let's study the table. The third column gives the numerical expression for each brand for the number of shirts that he can buy. Our constant is 6,000 pesos. Take note, when we say constant, it is a fixed value that does not change. If you do not know the price of the polo shirt, we can use a variable to stand as a price. Then, in that way, we can write an algebraic expression for the number of shirts. Now, to represent the price of each brand of shirt, we make use of variable and write an algebraic expression to represent the number of shirts that Glenn can buy for 6,000 pesos. Keep in mind that a variable can be any letter or symbol used to represent a number. So, let's consider the letters P, Q, R, S, and T to stand as our variables. We will make a table showing the variables and its corresponding number of shirts. Observe that the first column is the variables and the second is for the number of shirts written in algebraic expression. Let P equals the price of each brand A shirt. To write an algebraic expression, it will become 6,000 divided by P. Let Q equals the price of each brand B shirt. To write an algebraic expression, it will become 6,000 divided by Q. Let R equals the price of each brand C shirt. To write an algebraic expression, it will become 6,000 divided by R. And let S equals the price of each brand D shirt. And to write an algebraic expression, it will become 6,000 divided by S. And let the variable T equals the price of each brand E shirt. And to write an algebraic expression, it will become 6,000 divided by T. Now, do you have an idea what is an algebraic expressions? Good! Try to figure out. The algebraic equations 6,000 divided by P, 6,000 divided by Q, 6,000 divided by R, 6,000 divided by S, and 6,000 divided by T consists of variables like P, Q, R, S, and T. Numerals such as 6,000 and operation symbols such as division. Hence, with that idea, we can conclude that algebraic expression is a mathematical phrase that uses variables, numerals, and operation symbols. At this point, let's hone your understanding by learning how to translate word phrases into algebraic expressions. In translating words phrases into algebraic expressions, familiarity of words and phrases associated with symbols or operations are very important. Pay attention of the following keywords that are used to describe common mathematical operations. For addition symbol, the keywords or phrases are addition, plus, sum of, more than, added to, increased by, and the total of. For the subtraction symbol, the keywords are subtraction, minus, the difference of, less than, decreased by, diminished by, subtracted from, and less. For the multiplication symbols, the keywords are multiplication, times, the product of, and the ratio of. And for the division symbols, here are the keywords: division, divided by, the quotient of, and the ratio of. And for the equal symbol, here are the keywords that you need to remember: is equal to, equals, is the same as, and the result is. In the following examples, study how the different word phrases can be translated or written as algebraic expressions. For our first example, the word phrases m plus 3, the sum of m and 3, m increased by 3, 3 added to m, and 3 more than m can be translated into an algebraic equation m plus 3. Take note that the words plus, sum, increased by, added to, and more than signifies addition. And for our second example, the word phrases n minus 11, the difference of n and 11, n decreased by 11, n diminished by 11, 11 less than n less than 11, and 11 subtracted from n can be translated into an algebraic equation n minus 11. Keep in mind that the words minus, difference, decreased, diminished, less than, and subtracted denotes subtraction. And for the third example, the word phrases 2 times w, twice of w, w multiplied by 2, the double of w, the product of 2 and w can be translated into an algebraic equation 2w. Remember that the word times, twice, multiplied by, the double of, and the product of suggests multiplication. And for the fourth example, the word phrases x divided by 5, 1/5 of x, the quotient of x and 5, the ratio of x to 5 can be translated into an algebraic equation x over 5. Take note of the words divided by, the quotient of, and the ratio of indicates division. Right, I believe that with the examples that we have discussed a while ago, you can now translate word phrases to algebraic expressions. Don't go away, we will have more activities when I come back. So, stay tuned my dear learners, and I'll be right back after this short commercial.
The Radyo Z-eskwela program of the Division of Davao de Oro is being brought to you by Nueda Builders Construction and Supply Incorporated, Maverick Builders Incorporated, Mitch Construction and Supply, Archicons Architectural Construction and Supply, DB Construction and Supply, Hanaway Builders Corporation, Phoenix Corvada-Tagum Gasoline Station, Master Construction and Supplies, Mackenzie Builders, GP&H Construction Incorporated, Metro Gear Construction Corporation, NEN Builders and Development Services Corporation, Max Mays Enterprises Incorporated, We Inc. Construction Company, Rangay Construction and Supply, East Sussex Enterprise, WM Construction, Councilor Boogie and Miss Marjorie Vertodazo, Icon Builders and Supply, and Apex Mining Company Incorporated.
I am back! So, pin your ears back too. This time, let us try to apply the concepts that you have learned prior to our discussion. Prepare your notebook and ballpen. Are you all ready? Now, listen carefully. Translate the following word phrases to algebraic expressions. Number 1, 6 more than a number, and let A equals the number. Again, 6 more than a number, let A equals the number. Number 2, the sum of a number and 8 divided by 2. Let B equals the number. Again, the sum of a number and 8 divided by 2. Let B equals the number. Number 3, 18 less than half a number, and let N equals the number. Again, 18 less than half a number. Let N equals the number. Time's up! Now, let's try to check your work. For item number 1, translate to algebraic expression 6 more than a number. Take note that in a word phrase 6 more than a number, it has the keyword more than, which denotes that the operation we will use is addition. To translate 6 more than a number to algebraic expression, we let A to represent the number. Therefore, it becomes 2A plus 6, where 2A means twice a number, the plus sign which means more than, and the number 6. Now, let's proceed to the item number 2. Translate to algebraic expression the sum of a number and 8 divided by 2. Study the phrase. It begins with the keywords the sum and ends with the words divided by, which signifies the role of mathematical operations, addition, and division. So, to translate the word phrase the sum of a number and 8 divided by 2, we let B to represent the number. Thus, it can be translated as algebraic expressions, open parenthesis, B plus 8, close parenthesis, divided by 2, or B plus 8 all over 2, where B plus 8 means the sum of a number and 8, the division sign, which stands for the words divided by and the number 2. We will continue item number 3. Translate to algebraic expression 18 less than half a number. What keywords did you observe? Good! The keywords less than indicates the mathematical operation subtraction. We let N to represent the number. Now, it can be translated as 1/2 N minus 18, where 1/2 N means half a number, the subtraction sign which stands for the words less than and the number 18. Alright, how many correct answers did you get? For now, let's do more and delve deeper. In our next activity, get driven with the different situations assigned for you. I am confident that with the knowledge that you had gathered based on our lesson, by this time, you can surely give correct answers. So, get set and we'll start. Now here's a situation. A kite is flying at an altitude of X meters. And the tasks are, you're going to express algebraically its new altitude after rising 25 meters. The second task, you are going to express algebraically its new altitude after falling 10 meters. And for the third task, you are going to express algebraically its new altitude after tripling its altitude. Now, let's start working with the given situations. For the first task, We have to express algebraically the new altitude for the kite after rising 25 meters. Study carefully and look out for the words that will give us a clue on what particular operation we will use. Did you find it? Great! The word rising is the same as increasing, which means we will use the operation in addition. Well, to express algebraically the new altitude of the kite after rising 25 meters, we have m plus 25. Excellent! Let's continue to the second task. For the second task, we have to express algebraically the new altitude of the kite after falling 25 meters. Again, look out for the words that will give us a clue on what particular operation we will use. What clue word did you find? Very good! The word falling is the same as decreasing, which means we will use the operation in subtraction. To express algebraically the new altitude of the kite after falling 10 meters, we have m minus 10, or can be read also as m decreased by 10, m diminished by 10, m less than 10, the difference of m and 10, and 10 subtracted from m. Well done! For the third task, we have to represent algebraically the new altitude of the kite after tripling its altitude. Once again, look out for the words that will give us a clue on what particular operation we will use. What clue word did you find? Very good! The word tripling is the same as multiplying, which means we will use the operation in multiplication. To represent algebraically the new altitude of the kite after tripling its altitude, we have 3 times m, or 3m. Good job! Now, don't go away. I will be right back.
The Radyo Z-eskwela program of the Division of Davao de Oro is being brought to you by Nueda Builders Construction and Supply Incorporated, Maverick Builders Incorporated, Mitch Construction and Supply, Archicons Architectural Construction and Supply, DB Construction and Supply, Hanaway Builders Corporation, Phoenix Corvada Tagum Gasoline Station, Master Construction and Supplies, Mackenzie Builders, GP&H Construction Incorporated, Metro Gear Construction Corporation, NEN Builders and Development Services Corporation, Max Mays Enterprises Incorporated, We Inc. Construction Company, Rangay Construction and Supply, East Sussex Enterprise, WM Construction, Councilor Boogie and Miss Marjorie Vertodazo, Icon Builders and Supply, and Apex Mining Company Incorporated.
Hello! Time to sit back and relax, for we are now in the last segment of our discussion. Recapping our subject matter as just a while ago, how do you differentiate a variable from a constant? What is an algebraic expression? Very good! Always remember that a variable is any letter or symbol that represents a number. Examples: A, B, C, D, and etc. While constant has a fixed value that does not change, for example, 2, 3, pi, and etc. An algebraic expression is a mathematical phrase that uses variables, numerals, and operation symbols. You're right. Very good. At this time, let us evaluate your mastery of our lesson today by answering this short quiz. I will repeat each item twice so you have to listen attentively. Ready? Let's begin. Translate the following word phrases into algebraic expressions. Number 1, 5 more than x. Again, 5 more than x. Number 2, the quotient of h and 3. Again, the quotient of h and 3. Number 3, 7 subtracted from k. Again, 7 subtracted from k. Number 4, y less than 100. I repeat, y less than 100. And for the last number, number 5, 6 times the sum of 12 and t. Again, 6 times the sum of 12 and t. Time's up! So now, let's check your answers. For item number 1, to translate the word phrase 5 more than x, we have, very good, x plus 5. For item number 2, translate the word phrase, the quotient of h and 3 can be translated as, correct, h divided by 3 or h over 3. For item number 3, translate the word phrase 7 subtracted from k can be translated as, you got it right, it's k minus 7. For item number 4, translate the word phrase y less than 100 can be translated as, exactly, it's 100 minus y. For item number 5, translate the word phrase 6 times the sum of 12 and t. This can be translated as 6 open parenthesis 12 plus t close parenthesis. Very good. You are doing great today. Congratulations for completing all the tasks. That's all for now. Thank you for listening. This is your teacher in Mathematics 6 signing off with the saying, it's more fun to learn math techniques. Goodbye!
𝗓𝗲𝗃 Executive Committee. The school's Division Superintendent, 𝗕𝗯𝗴𝗱𝗿. Assistant Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Romel R. Handayan. OIC Curriculum Implementation Division Chief, Karina S. Frasco. School Governance and Operations Division Chief, Dr. Ruben J. Riponte. Members, Cecilia Morales, Dr. Hilda A. Opeña, Dr. Arlene B. Lim, Dr. 𝗕𝗍𝗲 B. Calzadora, Dr. Dexter A. Siquinha, Nohara O. Pinute, Noemi P. Canales, Dr. Grace D. Pontillas, Virgilito C. Pabrices, Juanito Lapiceros, Engineer Norberto S. Manlangit, Jomar M. Dumupoy, Bob Daylan S. Milabat, Medard T. Ampit, and Paz Eugenia Villusino. Technical Working Committee, Productions and Communications, Lorely E. Quijano, Given G. Hinampas, Judyland D.U., Donna D.T. Bolifer, Mary Rose N. Resma, Riwen Manuel, Irene Lea C. Manguhon, and Bessie Aya N. Banians. Social Media and Packaging Team, Christian Anhara L. Martesio, William R. Ranara, Joan T. Iscoton, Roberto S. Acusar Jr., May B. Istaniol, Richard H. Arellano, Glee L. S. Blanco, Ralph A. Tabanyag, Angelo Gutierrez Jr., and Jade Karen Araiz.